Hello you guys, what's up? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're serving a little bit of a preppy look, I want to say. I'm also a bit under the weather when it comes to like my nose. Pretty much my throat doesn't hurt as much. So it's definitely possible you're going to be hearing me speak from my nose today, but I'm going to try really hard to not have that be a thing. But it's like I keep wiping my nose and then putting on like makeup on my nose because it keeps coming off, then wiping makeup, Fenty Beauty recently released 10 brand new lipsticks to Sephora. So these are called the Fenty Icon, the Fill Semi Matte Refillable Lipstick. Most of the shades are like in the nude type of family, and then we have a few deeper tones as well. Some of the claims of the lipsticks are they are hydrating, they're supposed to be long lasting, and it's a matte finish. And then some of the highlighted ingredients are it has hyaluronic acid, which is supposed to like hydrate and plump throughout time. And then it also has vitamin C and E to condition the lips. So even though it's supposed to be a matte finish, it's not supposed to be like drying and like, you know, sucking the day life out of your lips kind of thing. I really love the Fenty lip products in general. I would say across the board, her liquid lipsticks are fantastic. Her glosses are 10 out of 10. And I think that lip products are definitely the brand's strongest point, I would personally say. Shadows, not so much, but lip products, they have it down. So I was really intrigued by this line to see if it would be something that I would enjoy. And then also I want to share with you guys swatches because these just released to Sephora site, which by the way I'll have linked down below in the description box if you guys want to purchase these for yourself. I did purchase the full line on my own. It wasn't sent through PR. I like to mention that just in case. So each lipstick is housed in this little box. On the top here there's a sticker which indicates the shade of the lipstick. Once you open it up, here is what the lip product looks like. So I feel like there was a little bit of controversy around these lipsticks because it comes like this, which looks like a refillable lipstick. So basically you open it like that, it looks like a regular lip product. For example, this one right here is in the shade The MVP. So in addition to purchasing this on its own, which is $20 a piece, one would probably have to purchase the case for $12. So you're talking about like $32 right off the bat if you want the complete like lip product. You can keep it like this. I don't know how appealing this is. Like, I don't know, for me I feel like it would look kind of odd on my counter space and it would not make me want to use it. But with the case, it definitely kicks it up a notch and it makes it look much nicer. And I mean, like, you'll see. Like, I would definitely prefer to have a bunch of these on my countertop instead of just thing kind of hanging around, you know? So you take the bullet, you put it in the actual case like that. This piece you just kind of click on like 3 times, I think it clicks. Let's see. No, I'm so upset right now. Okay, turn this down all the way. Yeah, once that piece clicks in, you take off this specific lid that came with it, and that's pretty much it. Kind of like goes in there smoothly. And then to open it, you're just gonna twist this part. It's pretty cool packaging, I will say. And this thing just pops open. You pull this out. Really nice and secure packaging, but look at this now. I'm so upset, oh my gosh. But yeah, pop that in there, twist and pop. Love the case, but I would have loved if it would be sold like this. I get the refillable packaging situation, but I almost kind of feel like if you want this, it's going to be 32 bucks. And a lot of you guys had mentioned to me that you prefer to get like the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks or a Pat McGrath lipstick for that amount of money. Like, you know what I mean? It's already like, we're falling into like the luxury category for if you're paying 32 for like a lip product. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys that I think that this plays a huge role because a lot of you guys were curious to know what was going on with the packaging. Now that you guys are filled in with the information, hopefully you'll be able to decide from here on out if it's something you want to pick up. But I am going to go ahead and do some lip swatches now so you can see how it looks on the lips. I will say my experience with these were really nice. Love the quality. It is very long lasting. It's somewhat of a matte finish, meaning like it's very pigmented. It's kind of like a one swipe and you're kind of done. It leaves a little bit of like a stain on the lips once it kind of wears off. It's not transfer proof completely. I would say the first hour-ish or so, but then as time goes on, it kind of like again settles in and it leaves a stain, so it's pretty much not going anywhere. So definitely very long lasting, and for being kind of like considered a matte almost, I would say it's a hybrid between a matte and maybe like a cream, let's say. Overall, it's a great quality lip product and it feels amazing on the lips, like mousse-like but very rich, and I don't know what I can compare these to because it really does feel amazing on. So the first lipstick that we have up is this one. I believe it's pronounced Moda Lufa. I'll have the names of the lip products, of course, here as I speak about them. And this is described as a light pink nude. This has to be one of my favorites. Love these kind of colors. For me, it's the perfect every single day shade. It's like nude with a slight hint of something extra, and I just think it's perfection. So love this one. Next up, we have this shade right here, which is called Rose Queen. This is more of like a neutral nude type of color. I feel like it has a little bit more of like a brown undertone, but it's also pretty much like your basic nude type of color. I feel like this one and the previous one I just spoke about are somewhat similar, but they have their like minor differences. If I would have one, would I feel the need to have both? Probably not. But yeah, this right here is the second option. Really pretty shade too though. Next we have this shade right here, which is called Ballin' Babe. This is described as a mauve nude. I would say it's pretty much just a mauve type of color. You know what I'm saying? It does have a slight, I would say, terracotta undertone to it, but it's pretty much like a mauve kind of nude situation. You guys can see, I guess. Next up, we have this shade right here, which is called Scholar Sista, and this right here is described as a rose nude. I love this color because I feel like it's rosy but not overly done, because I'm not that into like rosy mauve tones, I would say. But this, I would say, has a perfect medium with being rosy but not being too much, and being nude but also not being too nude, you know, just right in the middle there. We'll take it. Next we have this shade here, which is called Major Magnet. This is described as a cool taupe nude, so definitely more in the cooler tone side. If that's something that you enjoy, this might be your lipstick shade. I like it because it has like a twist of chocolatiness to it too, but it's also like in the nude family still, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cars are going, but like it has a good combo of both, I would say. Next up, we have this beautiful red, which is called, what is it called again? Grill Master. This right here is described as a maple red. So not your typical red color. It has like a little bit of a twist to it. I think it's really gorgeous. I typically don't wear reds. It takes me a minute to kind of get in the zone of the red world. But from time to time, I think it definitely does, like as a statement. I would personally describe this more as like a brick red. So if you're familiar with those kind of shades, I feel like this kind of falls under that category. Next we have this shade right here, which is called the MVP. This is going to be your go-to classic red. It is described as a blue tone red, so the kind of red that I feel like would be universally flattering, and the kind of red that makes your teeth look extra white. I love these kind of colors. Like a true red I'll go for, but sometimes if it's like, you know, different kinds, like it's questionable for me. But this one is really nice, and if you're looking for something classic, I think this is a winning shade. This right here is called Board Member. Love this one. It's described as a burgundy red. Even though I don't wear such tones often, I still like it. I really appreciate this kind of color. It's like a deep blackberry purple. Obsessed. I feel like maybe more with like a neutral eye look and like these bold lips, I feel like it would do so well. Even with this look, I think it goes really nicely. But next we have this color right here, which is called She a CEO. So she's a CEO basically. This is described as a chocolate nude, but it's pretty much like your go-to chocolate shade. I want to say it leans a bit more on the cooler tone side, not overly cooler tone, but slightly. If you are into that chocolate life, then this shade might be for you. The final shade we have here is this one. It is called Flaunty Auntie, and it's described as a mahogany. So this right here is the deepest shade in the collection. I do like this shade as well. I think it's really nice. For me, I'll wear this at a specific time or for a specific event. It's not one that I would wear often or daily, but like it makes you feel a certain way when you have it on. You know what I mean? That is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the lip swatches, the deets on these lipsticks. Let me know if these are lipsticks you guys are picking up, if you're skipping out on them. My main complaint is I just kind of wish everything would be included in one, like the actual case and the lip product. And then if this would be the case, like it is, then I would want it to be a drop cheaper. So then it doesn't feel like you're spending $32 on a lipstick. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Keep me posted, let me know, and I will see you all in my next video.